Today on the Marvelous Donohues, we're going to talk about...
Dun dun dun! Hawkeye!
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, Marvelheads.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Marvelheads. How y'all doing?
And if you don't already know, my name is Kathy.
My name's Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues.
Woohoo!
Listen, you guys, we are back on it. There's new shows on Disney Plus, and they just started. And the first one we're going to review is...
Dun dun dun! Hawkeye!
Hawkeye! You guys, it's so Christmassy.
It is. It's Christmassy. Remember all those other movies that were out there, like Lethal Weapon?
Wait,
some of these other ones that were like Christmassy.
Wait.
This is kind of the same thing. I like it.
Look, he mentioned Lethal Weapon because that's what he watched during Christmas time. It's our Christmas tradition to watch Lethal Weapon, okay?
It's bad, you ain't real. You ain't real. I don't know. I like it.
No, we're not going to talk about that. I thought he was going to say like Frosty or Rudolph or something. He says Lethal Weapon.
Oh, yeah, those two.
Yes. But you guys, if you're new here, like I said, I'm Kathy.
Gosh.
This is my better half, Tom. And we are...
And you're my better half, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you,
See,
sweetheart.
guys?
We're gonna review. Well, if you're new here, let me start over. He's got me off my game. He back to silly all day, people, and it's showing up now. But if you like television reviews, we do Disney Plus television reviews. Mostly Marvel. We have not seen Sulphur Springs, but mostly Marvel. And last time we did a Marvel movie review, you guys. Right. And we may even do the one for the Eternals. We're just waiting for it to come on Disney Plus.
Just as a sneak peek, we might do Star Wars, The Book of Boba Fett. So if you're a Fett fan, which we like the Fetts. They're not called the Fets, but that's what I call them.
You just made that up.
But we may do that too.
Yes, yeah. Oh, we're looking forward to The Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. So this year, our calendar is going to be full. And as you can see, we're not sitting in our kitchen, people. We are doing a glamovation. So our kitchen is under semi-renovation. We've started some. We've taken some things down. Mm-hmm. If you're with us on the Insta, and I'll put our little logo in here. Follow us on the Insta, and we'll be talking about more of the Donahue life. But right now, it's going to be on hold for a minute. But please follow us at the Marvelous Donohues on Instagram, and you'll see more of our life there. We have fun. We go on dates, all that kind of boring stuff that married couples do. But let's get to the review, people. I wasted 3.3 minutes just talking. But you know what we got to do?
We got to say a shout out to our ESL students.
Yeah!
We know you're out there.
Bienvenidos, everybody.
Bienvenidos, amigos.
And also, konnichiwa.
And my favorite, bonjour, mon ami.
Bonjour, mon ami. Comment allez-vous?
Je m'appelle Tomas.
Je m'appelle Karina.
That's right. So we're getting trilingual, bilingual.
Look, and I'll add mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Look, I'm mixing up my languages, people.
We're a polyglot group over here.
We are working on so much, you guys.
We
are.
I
just got a new job, so I know our last video came out, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. We apologize for that.
Yes, we do.
But I'm just, I'm super busy.
She is.
I'm super, super busy, but loving it. Loving the job, loving what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Social worker is some kinds can be emotionally taxing.
Yes,
so, look, I'm going to put my own plug out there. So I wrote a book, and I'm going to talk about that maybe on my Insta page and not
Not here.
Yeah, not here.
Okay.
I may put out a video. I don't know. Hey, tell me if you want to see that social work book that I have just written, and it's in edit and all that kind of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're an aspiring social worker that wants to pass that notorious ASWB exam.
You guys.
Which is tough.
You guys. I failed it the first time, and that's what my book's about. My journey to find myself, to pass the test. And I just want to pass all that knowledge on to you guys, how I used my research as a teacher and just learn from others. But anyway, I digress. You know, I like to digress. Tom's going to be driving today, so I'm going to hand the keys over to him. Cheek, cheek. Imaginary keys, you guys. Imaginary. Now, with these new cars, you just push the button.
I love it.
All right, let's push the button and get started with Hawkeye.
So we pick up with Hawkeye, and
got a little drink.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it or how I was gonna see it, but we're enjoying the journey. We're enjoying watching it.
Oh yes.
You know, I said, okay, it's gonna be Christmassy. It's gonna be a little what I call tongue-in-cheek humor, a little funny. But it's going to have that serious edge. And, you know, what I thought about instantly was that Hawkeye, you know what I like about the Hawkeye character is he's a regular person.
He really is. And that's why, remember when they first met his family in the Avengers, they was like, is this a safe house? What's going on here? Yeah. He's married. He's got kids. Yeah. His wife is pregnant.
Yeah. And as I understand, I think all the characters came back for this show. And it's great. We liked it. I think that he's a regular guy, and he's just trying to live his life. You know, getting ready for Christmas, going out with the kids.
Right.
And one of the other elements that we talk about is Haley Steinfeld being Kate Bishop.
Right. And I think that before we dive into Haley Steinfeld, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Hawkeye.
Okay. So he is. This is everybody's back home. The blip's over.
Yeah.
Everybody's back home. And he's just, like I said, I think he's trying to just live his life.
Right. And he is going through adjustment phase. Because think about that.
Yep.
And I'll do the social worker type of deal for you guys. He's got PTSD.
Yeah.
He's lost some of his hearing.
That's right.
And at the beginning of the first episode, they're watching a musical about Cap.
Yeah, Rogers the musical.
Yes.
I thought that was part of the little humoresque satire in there. I liked it.
But him watching it brought up a whole lot of feelings for him. He left and he went outside. He had to go classic PTSD symptoms that he was having, you know, flashbacks and different things. And his kids were trying to help him, but he's going through quite an adjustment of losing his best friend, of being a one-time
ScarJo,
yes.
ScarJo in this case.
Yeah, the Black Widow. And just thinking about that, but also dealing with the trauma of being an ex-murderer.
Yeah, that was the Ronin character, which we'll talk about a little bit.
Yeah, so he's going through that, and he's trying to live a normal life, a normal existence, and it's tough for him.
And I think the big challenge for him, and with many people, is, you know, have you ever said, gee, you know, nobody's going to understand what I've been through because they didn't live it? And I think that Rogers the musical for me was kind of that for him. He's like, well, this is trivializing all this. This is kind of, it was not that. It wasn't this. This person wasn't there. This person was here. You know?
And I think that us both being, if you guys don't know, Tom and I are both we were former military people, veterans. And I was in the military doing a campaign, but I didn't go to war. But Tom was actually wartime working, you know, here in the area. But there was a lot of, I guess I experienced secondhand trauma from my friends that came back.
Right.
And just a lot of different things. So I could really relate to what he was going through. Yeah. So let's talk about Kate Bishop.
So as a backdrop or kind of a side drop of this thing, as you're probably aware, Marvel is unveiling the concept of the Young Avengers. So these is a kind of a young group of kids that are going to have either some special powers, or they're going to have some leadership or whatever you want to call that thrust upon them. And I think that's kind of where Kate Bishop comes in.
Well, you know what? She was there
during the Battle of New York.
The Battle of New York.
Yeah,
and I thought that was a great segue. And she's like burying her father. And she's like, she was like, honey, I get you anything. What do you want? She wants a bow and arrow because
and why?
Yeah, because she had saw Hawkeye battling through the Battle of New York through her window not a window, a side of her wall that had been taken
blown up and decimated by the aliens.
Yeah, and her dad had died.
Yeah.
So she was like, I've got to be able to defend myself. You know,
and defend her mother.
Yes.
Who her mother was a widow. Right. Yeah, because her husband died, obviously.
And left her a lot of money. But you know what? In the entrance after that, the cartoon entrance, because I always love the way they do the Marvel entrances.
Yeah.
It told her story of how she went through, learned how to defend herself, learning karate, bow and arrow, fencing, and it was going through her life, showing her get better and better and better,
and accomplished.
Yes.
And she was a fencing, like a 2-time state champion in fencing, and that comes out later in the episode.
Yeah, and it was just really good. And another thing about this character of Kate Bishop's, she doesn't get too smart too quickly,
right?
And I think sometimes movies can spoil it if they get, instantly I know what I'm doing. And she's not.
Yeah.
You know, she's just doing it the best way she knows how.
Yeah. And she even kind of gives herself a moniker. She's like, I'm the world's greatest archer. And, you know, I go back to what I think about Marvel, where they're empowering women, they're empowering people of different races, and they're empowering people to be strong.
Yes.
And they can be accomplished. And this Kate Bishop character is a good representation of that. She sees a injustice. She sees, I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. And I'm gonna take care of my family. And that's where I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that, or if you think differently, I think that's why Hawkeye will have an enduring, I don't want to call it devotion to her, but enduring attachment or enduring connection with her, because she's going to remind him of him a little bit. Right. That's what I'm seeing coming out of the episode.
Oh, I could see that totally. So we watched episode 1 and
2.
Yeah, and episode 1 and 2. So just to recap, I won't recap too much, just in case you haven't seen it.
Right. Please, stop now and watch those. Watch those episodes.
Spoiler alert. Well, you guys listen. So she somehow, we won't tell you how because we don't want to spoil it too much.
Right.
But she gets the suit of Ronin, puts it on, and fights some bad guys. This is episode 1. And at the end of episode 1, Hawkeye comes to her rescue.
Right. You're Hawkeye, she says.
I know. So at the beginning, we're going to do episode 2 also.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of episode 2, he's trying to save her life. It's like, what is going on? He beats up the bad guys, rescues her.
So we'll give you a little backdrop of that. So when Ronin, it's a lot like Shang-Chi. So when Ronin was wreaking havoc based on the blip, his wife and family were gone. He was going after all these evil people. Guess what? They were still kind of looking for the guy. And she came upon, like you said, upon the Ronin outfit.
And put it on.
And all of a sudden these bad dudes, I'm just going to call them bad dudes. I don't know who they really were, but they're bad dudes.
Oh, no, the Sweatsuit Gang.
Sweatsuit Gang. See, they're a little low-budget operation. They can't afford anything better.
The Sweatsuit Gang.
But anyway, they're tracking him down.
Right. Because, and now they think, since she's wearing the suit, that she's Ronin.
She's Ronin, right.
Yeah, that's what they think. So in episode 2... it begins, he's in her apartment.
Right.
And they've tracked him down to her apartment. And, of course, they burn it down.
Of course. You can't be in a Marvel TV show or movie, for that matter, without something getting burned down.
Right. But it's comical, too. It has a good comic sense to it.
And I think the funny part, and I'll go into the funny part for a second, I think the funny part was that she left the Ronin outfit there because they had to flee for their lives, right? Somebody from the fire department, weird enough, picked it up, and they're like a medievalist guild, like a Renaissance fair group.
What, Leptners or something?
Yeah, Lepter, something. But anyway, so they go, and he tracks them down to the Renaissance fair, and sure enough, one of the guys is a firefighter is wearing that outfit, being a reenactment guy, and it was like, he says, I want that suit back. So.
Yeah, and he's like, man. He was like, let me win. So the whole thing is they had a fight to the death, but they had prearranged it where Hawkeye would let him win.
Right.
And you guys, this is what I'm thinking. And you know, so the guy gives him the suit, and he says, if you ever need anything, let me know. He said, you're really cool. He's like, call me. What's his real name?
What? You mean
Kurt? What's Hawkeye's real name?
Oh, Jeremy Renner?
Yeah, no.
Oh, Clint Barton.
He's like, call me Clint. He was like, what, man, really? And he's like, man, if you ever need anything. So, during the course of this show, I will let you know, my prediction right now is Hawkeye is going to meet back up with that guy, and somehow he's going to help do him some kind of favor.
Yeah.
But it was really touching the way... you know, he had to send his family away, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to.
And Kate's mom is, of course, a widow, and she meets this. I'm going to call him a scurrilous character.
Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. We should know the names of these characters. You could write it down somewhere.
I don't think I wrote him down. I'm sorry, I'm cheating here.
It's all right. You can use your cards because I don't know. But anyway. Her mom, of course, she's married to the bad guy, and another bad guy got killed. So it's like a mess. It's a plethora of who's who bad guys looking for Ronin, right?
Yeah.
But her mom is married to a bad guy, so he's going to be the evil guy. I promise next time we'll know exactly what his name is.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Armand was the uncle.
Oh, Armand was the uncle.
Uncle was Armand, and I thought it was Tony, but now I'll have to look that up.
But anyway, I don't know. But
anyway, we'll
you can tell he a crook. They was doing some underground shady deals and stuff, but we won't tell you too much about that.
No. They did get in a nice little fencing fight with Key and Kate.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It is. But you guys, listen, if you're looking for something to watch,
that's right,
during this Christmas season,
it's not Lethal Weapon.
And besides Frosty the Snowman, I think we've got a winner here.
I think so. I'm looking forward to. You know what I like? I think the last thing I'll say about it is I think I like the fact that we're seeing Marvel unwrap, as I've said in other videos. If you've watched other videos, you know I'm into the unwrapping the onion, the layers of the onion, and I think we're getting to the real people behind the persona of Clint Barton in this case.
Yes.
You know, he's a regular dude. You go have a beer with a guy, you go have a bowling party with a guy, you know, and the thing about it that's funny is that he's well known in the episodes.
Oh my gosh,
you're Hawkeye, we know you.
Yes.
And,
one terrible recognition came in the men's toilet. Let's not talk about that. Guy wanted a selfie without washing his hands. Gross.
Yuck. But anyway, so I'm anxious to see. Here's what I'm anxious to see. He promised his daughter, I'm going to get back by Christmas. So I'm anxious to see, is he going to get back to the family by Christmas? I think they have 4 more days or 5 more days till Christmas.
Like that. And he gives a rundown. And I just, you guys, like I said, it's funny.
It is funny.
It's real,
And it's a little sad, too.
It is a little sad.
It is.
Because some of I just put myself in that situation, but some of the people that come back from war, they have to find where they fit in with their families. They have to make these relationships come alive and become real again. And even though this is just a character, and we know that, this character is reflecting what happens in the real world.
Right. And I think this is we're talking about the onion, but I think this is a message within a message. And I think this is Marvel exploring, the trauma.
Yes.
That this is not all romantic or sexy or cool. You know, this was something.
No, they're really a superhero. I think somebody even said that. Man, you're a superhero. And he's like, I'm just a regular guy. Because Hawkeye does not have superpowers.
No.
He doesn't. You know, he does not.
He's got some trick arrows.
Yes, he does. And he's a great shot.
Yeah.
But he has gone through a lot of trauma. Remember in the Avengers when they actually had to rebuild the side of his body because he was injured. So I think it was who was the guy? With the robots.
You talking about Ultron?
Ultron. He was seriously injured in Ultron. They had to rebuild his body. Then he could have been killed in Ultron too, but the fast kid, he killed him.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver saved his life and he died for him. You know, there's a lot of close calls for him. And even with the Black Widow, you know, she sacrificed herself.
Right.
She loved him so much that she gave herself for him.
Right.
And there's a guilt that comes with that.
Right.
Because a lot of soldiers sacrifice themselves for their fellow soldiers.
Right.
And it's kind of like we're taught that's an unwritten rule. And I have a story like that for myself that one of my friends did something like that for me.
Right.
He didn't have to sacrifice himself, but he was willing to if it came down to it.
Right.
You know,
you have to be willing to.
Yes, and I feel like Clint, we'll see more of Clint, but we'll also see more of what real heroes look like that aren't superheroes.
Right. And at the end, we're not going to spoil, but at the end of episode 2, all right, let's just put it this way: Kate and Clint, they're in a jam.
Yeah.
To put it in a nice term.
Yeah.
And we're going to see, dun, 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 how do they get out of this thing?
Oh, yeah. That's a good ending. But you guys, that's all we have for right now.
We went on a little longer than we thought we were going to do.
Yes, but we were doing 2 episodes, though, people.
And we wanted to make sure that we just got down to it, and it's a great series, and we're looking forward to finishing it up. So
we do, or we are. We are. But you guys, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And what we found out, make sure you press the like button because we want to try to get in that algorithm. But we also just want to know if you guys are liking the content that we're putting out there.
Yeah, when you comment, just let us know if you watch the series or are watching the series. Tell us what you like about it, or maybe what you didn't like about it.
Exactly. And if you are a soldier, let us know if you've watched this episode, how it affected you.
Yeah, how you related to it.
Yeah. Hoorah! Well, that's it for now, you guys. I'm Kathy.
I'm Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues, and we will see you next time.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.